Good evening, all. My name is Zach Young, and I have the honor of serving as student president of the William F. Buckley Jr. program at Yale. It means so much to have each of you here with us tonight for a dinner that intends to be purposeful, playful, and timely. Growing up, I didn't have to look far for a good debate. My mother is a lifelong Democrat. My grandparents were socialists. And my father voted for Reagan. This made for an interesting time at the dinner table, to say the least. But little did I know then that Bill Buckley had broadcast these same kinds of debates to millions of Americans, albeit with much better vocabulary. His show, Firing Line, epitomized a conservative ideal of open discourse. Like my dinner table, it brought together people from across the ideological spectrum, and in doing so, it gave vigor and power to the intellectual life of a nation. Today, left-leaning Yale organizations, or in other words, Yale organizations, often ask for a conversation. The phrase, "We're long overdue for a conversation on race," for instance, has lingered in Yale Daily News columns over the past few months. The Buckley program aspires to answer this call and contribute to these conversations. Just this past semester, we did this when we brought Christina Hoff Sommers to campus to talk about freedom feminism, and Jason Riley to explain why liberal policies might actually make it tougher for Black Americans to succeed. Sometimes we even cultivate new conversations, such as holding a debate between experts in the field on whether to restore relations with Cuba. Oftentimes, it is the same people who propose the conversation who are first to condemn or taking part in it. What has become clear is that the "let's have a conversation" phrase is really code for "let me lecture you about my own views." Frederick Douglass once said, "To suppress free speech is a double wrong. It violates the rights of the hearer as well as those of the speaker." Indeed, my generation is doing a disservice to itself when it shortchanges the sharing of ideas. As college kids, we shouldn't act with the hubris that we have it all figured out. What makes the Buckley program so rewarding and so different precisely is its intellectual humility. We do not take policy positions. Instead, we breathe new life into stale debates by shedding light on oft-overlooked ideas. Students say our events transcend routine talking points, and in doing so, we are able to impact and shape campus conversations, real ones. Yale may be a place where every student gets a free subscription to the New York Times. And Yale may be a place where coming out of the closet means telling your friends you're a conservative. Nevertheless, Yale is also part of a long tradition of challenging liberal orthodoxies. Bill Buckley, when he wrote God and Man at Yale a year after his graduation, ignited a national debate about the leftward shift of elite universities. The Federalist Society, founded at Yale Law School, sparked a movement that has spread nationwide. Yale has been the national stage and testing ground for standing up against monolithic progressivism. The Buckley program follows in this tradition by defending free speech in all corners and creating a home for broad-minded political discourse. It gives me incredible pride to help set this example for other colleges around this country, and I am thrilled to be a part of a community of 120 Buckley student fellows who have already begun to take these ideas outside of Yale's hallowed halls. The icing on the cake is being able to carry on Bill Buckley's legacy for another generation of students. Thank you for your support of the Buckley program. Have a wonderful evening.